Oh, I think we all know the sound by now. Like that sound means just one thing. And it's time for the Social Distance Drinking Club. End of the year, calendar year edition. The last show of 2020, guys. We made it this far. That's something.
Bye, Felicia.
We beat the odds, right? No one expected us to last this long. So here we are.
Hey, Adam, there's still like 28 hours left. You're really tempting fate, man.
You're right. You're right. Hey,
he's got his flight suit on. He's got his banner on the aircraft carrier. Mission accomplished.
Pretty much. That's a timely reference.
Oh, yeah. I'm nothing if not current.
Ask your parents' kids.
Everyone, thanks for joining us. As always, we start the show, each show, we're coming around the horn with what we're drinking. Ledford looks like he's going to have to wait a little bit before he starts drinking his. So let's, okay, it's getting better, but yeah, some time. So Brett, why don't we start with you? Stall for Adam Ledford and tell everyone what you're drinking.
I have the delayed but arrived today Tombstone Wandering Tortoise 4th year anniversary double dry hopped IPA collab.
Yum.
We're going to leave the camera on you for a while, Brett, just because Ledford still looks like he needs more time.
Let's see your O face, Brett.
I mean, you're assuming this is the first time I've had this today, and it is.
It's too early for a privilege check.
There are certain benefits of living walking distance from Wandering Tortoise, and most of those benefits involve me getting beers readily and consistently. There it is.
Nice.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
All right, well, to keep buying time, I'll go next.
We're so close.
You get him there. Drinking some Nutty Buddies. Barrel-aged Nutty Buddies. It was a Dark Sky Wandering Tortoise collaboration. Figured as we're doing a show with my Nutty Buddies, you know. Okay. Yeah,
oh, boy.
I gave you really good, though, so I don't regret it.
No, I definitely gave you the dad joke. Guys, I think we're ready.
Okay, let's hold on, everybody. And go.
Hey, everybody. No, doing domainpirate.org. A nice little lager, Outer Range and Renhouse collaboration. Let's see.
Oh, hey, where did you get that from, Adam Ledford?
A great friend, a true nutty buddy named Brett Berry. That's really good. Little kiss of sulfur in there, just like it should be. That is lovely. I like that.
Kiss of Sulfur is a great 2020 beer name.
Indeed.
Wait, is that foreshadowing maybe? Because I believe we're doing the beer name game later in the show. Could that be a name?
I might have to fill that one in and do it while you guys are reading.
Like, nice callback, Barry. But guys, we almost made it then. Mission not yet accomplished, but 2020, the year that brought a lot. It's almost over, which is great, except the things that we know aren't the best aren't just going to go away when the calendar turns to January. But man, what a year this has been.
Yeah, I think it was interesting. On NPR today, they did a thing like, what are you going to put in your cocktails, to like think about 2020. And one of them was rosemary for remembrance. And I think, all joking aside, I think that everybody in this virtual room and everybody who's any of our faithful fans, has had somebody close to them who's been impacted by COVID, who's been impacted, if not by the virus itself, by the economic impact. I think there's a lot of temptation to dwell on that, but I've been trying to exercise my empathy engine and really try to dig into gratitude a little bit, a lot, and really just double down and think about the things that I have, think about the great friends I have, the awesome family. I'm just gesturing wildly. These guitars. I am accepting
These guitars and these guns.
No, but I'm tremendously grateful, and I'm just I've been, like I say, just spending time with that, and it's really healthy. It's good for your brain, and it's a good centering tool, I think, to just kind of get refocused on what is yet to come and what doesn't change for a little while. Because I think if you expect to wake up on January 1st and Disney music starts playing, unless you have a 4-year-old, it's probably not going to happen.
That makes sense. It's tough though, because like obviously there's a lot of bad that's gone on around us, but there is still good. And even if we're fortunate to not have been directly affected by a lot of the bad, obviously a lot of people have. So it's like you want to think of the good things, you want to remember the good things, and you have to, but just like you don't want to feel guilty for that either. Like I mean, if I had all those guitars, I'd feel good too. And I wouldn't want to feel bad about feeling good about having all those guitars behind me. So like, I get it.
Man, counting these guitars is one of the only things that gets me through some of the nights of 2020, man. Don't take that away from me. No, but honest question for our audience. What are you grateful for the folks who are watching right now? What are you especially appreciative of in a year that has been so full of challenges? And if there's anybody that you want to remember, also by all means, we'd be glad to give them a shout out on the show here.
Yeah, I can speak for myself. It's been I find it fun in 2020. I feel personally that myself and Ellie have been more fortunate than most. I've kept my job. We've moved into a larger house in a work from home environment where we might have murdered each other in a 1,000 square foot condo. But it's funny because like there's still things like we canceled our wedding. And there's other plans and fun things that we wanted to experience that we haven't gotten to. People in my family are dealing with COVID-19 in different ways, and impact them in different ways. Certainly very emotionally. My sister is a pulmonologist, a doctor in Arizona, while also trying to raise children, which makes me a little less tolerant of American Patriot 4206969 that tells me that mask wearing is for fools. And I just don't have. There's something clarifying about 2020 where you don't have to suffer fools, and you can politely but directly tell people that. That's something I'm actually thankful for, and I can do that.
What you're saying is you now have 2020 vision on things, right?
that is the only appropriate way to go out on that joke. Whoa, Adam Green, he was killing it last week, and then he just like got the big book of dad jokes for what, Christmas? Is that what Tammy got you for Christmas?
I'm Jewish.
You could get? Can you? Do you? Well, I mean, obviously
I
you
got
got
prime rib and a ham for Christmas. It was great.
He's Jewish. He's used to getting Chinese dinner for Christmas.
It's just bucks.
I think you guys now, like, it's almost like the two sides of it, right? Because you want to appreciate things, because obviously in any year there's always good, there's always bad. This year had so much bad, and it's like you learn a lot about people around you. You learn a lot about yourself. I remember early in the pandemic, it was like so many people that like, hey, we can do this, right? Like, let's all band together. We got this. Like, we know we have to sacrifice a little bit, and we'll get through this. Now it's 9 months later, and a lot of people don't have that mindset anymore. And had we known it'd be 9+ months into this back in March, maybe we would have felt differently. Like if we knew it was the beginning of this long slog through whatever this was. And it's almost like my family has been lucky. We've had our scares, our brushes with COVID-19, but so far nothing like devastating, nothing as bad as it can get. But you worry that it's just around the corner, like for everybody. And there are people that just because I haven't been directly impacted, obviously I know people have. It doesn't have to affect me to understand that it's a real thing. And that sucks. That's a tough way to go through life. I know it dawned on me, I want to say, I don't know, sometime early in the summer. And it's like, I miss taking things for granted. People always say, hey, appreciate what you have. Don't take it for granted. It's like, no, I think you have to take things for granted. Otherwise, if you go around every day thinking like, oh, I'm glad for this. I'm glad I have that. Wow, it's amazing. Like, how do you do that? But this has kind of caused you to not be able to do that. Like, it's been really a weird year emotionally for everyone, mentally for everyone. And and similar to Brett, like I, got the house, my fiance, we have our jobs. We maintained our health, and our sanity, like it hasn't been as bad as it could be. And yet it's still been, obviously, as our background for this show, at least this part of the show kind of illustrates, it's like, this is fine. Well, everything's burning around you,
And indeed. No, the one thing that, and I hope I didn't come off as tone deaf talking about gratitude in such a shitty year, but realistically, with a lot of people, like, this is as serious as we're going to ever be on this show, I think. But for folks who are struggling, obviously, make the call, reach out to your friends. They have the hotlines, prevention hotlines for suicide. They have just mental health awareness, like resources that you can get involved in. There's even online services that are a lot cheaper and a lot more accessible than they used to be. And if you are hurting, this is the double whammy. This is not being able to go out, and this is also the holidays, and that's just kind of a super double impact. So know that we are here for you in the capacity that we can be. Also use those resources. You're not alone, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, man. There is good stuff that is going to happen. These vaccines are coming. This isn't a forever thing. That's the thing that I think about a lot. This isn't a forever thing, and if your financial and food security sources can last long enough, like, we are going to get out of this, and it's going to be better. So that's okay. No more serious.
Some good things happened though. Like it's hard because like February 1st, I got engaged. It's like, that's awesome. This is going to be like
here.
I mean, plenty of miracles happened in 2020.
Right? Well, the early part anyway. I remember, and one thing that I think this is going to change for everyone, and like, correct me if I'm wrong, but not one of us are going to start going to a New Year's and be like, yes, this, whatever the next year is going to be, is going to be the year. Like, I don't think we're ever going to do that again. Like, because like I knew I was going to propose in 2020. So like 2019, I'm like, oh, it's going to be 2020 is going to be the year. It's going to be awesome. And I'm going to propose and hopefully be engaged and plan a wedding and do all these fun things. And it's like, I got to do part of it, and then it all just fell off a cliff.
Hey man, if you look at it this way though, like time spent with your fiance was magnified in a way that you never would have thought possible prior to this pandemic, and you guys are still engaged.
Which
is more about her than you, but I mean, like.
Yeah. Time magnified you never would have imagined or asked for.
that time magnified together, and not talking to each other for 8 hours during the day from completely separate rooms. Yeah, we've made it through somehow.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If Ellie and I were still living in the 1,000 square foot condo and both working from home, that would have been, especially in the summertime when you can't even go outside, that'd have gotten rough. We timed our move to a bigger house well.
All right, so this is Brett's pandemic tips. Make sure that you move into a much larger house if you ever have another Spanish flu type thing.
I believe it's the China virus.
One thing though that it kind of got me thinking, I'm going to throw this banner up here just because I have that power, is there are new beers in 2020. Like, one thing that didn't seem to suffer this past year was brewing. And like, it was really impressive. We had a lot of brewers on, a lot of people on the show. We plan on doing more guests, next year. But like, the way they pivoted to this entirely new business model was really impressive. Like, we talk about Red House a lot on this show. We drink a lot of Red House on this show. The way they pivoted, just like online, exactly. Like a lot of places did are still just putting out bangers, locally and nationally. It's been like we're largely a beer show, I guess, for better or worse. And beer has not suffered up to this point in 2020.
Hey Adam, one second. I want to call out Adam Green reaching out to the youth with using the term bangers.
Okay, these beers slap, but I mean the brewing industry
dripping with swag, bro.
To a large degree. Like there's a lot of them that are struggling, but there's been some amazing beers still coming out. Like the creativity is still there. The ability to produce really good beer has still survived to an extent in 2020. Like it's been impressive to see the ones who have been able to pivot, I think.
For sure. But pivot is the thing. Like, this was a crazy inflection point for many breweries who are still out there, still making great beers. Like, let's face it, for a brewer, this has been one of the greatest years ever. If you weren't personally impacted by COVID, in your family, because there's just not people around anymore. Like brewers love beer. They don't love people by and large as a species. So yeah, I mean, I'll say I will not name names, but I reached out to a local brewer and I was like, so honestly, I'll never tell anybody your name, but you love this, right? And he's like, I don't love the circumstances, but I love this environment. Yes, I do. And I was like, okay, fair. But the industry had to pivot. Some breweries have struggled and not made it, but more importantly, there are some bigger picture things that are really on the precipice of disaster right now. Arizona Brewers Guild does not have any funding vehicles left to them in the traditional sense that they used to. I mean, right now, last year, we were talking about how to get excited about Strong Beer Fest, right? You guys already had your tickets. We were ready to go. Am I going to pour? We're going to do all this stuff. We're meeting up at Wandering Tortoise afterward. Like all the usual stuff that we think about. That's Arizona Brewers Guild's largest fundraiser of the year, and it's not happening. And there's no way to recover that. You can't do a virtual event and replace the revenue of 10,000 plus people buying tickets for this event. So that's a real concern. If you think about what they do as far as from a lobbying perspective, from a coordination, from a support perspective, there's so much that happens in every state's Brewers Guild. So, for folks who aren't watching in Arizona, this isn't just like Homer territory. Like festivals that are guild sponsored are how they make their money. So I know that there's the Recoupon book out there right now. Maybe if we get crafty behind the scenes, we'll find the link for that and we can post it a little bit later in the show. But it is scary in that way. Beer, alcohol in general is recession proof, but not across every dimension, unfortunately. Okay, can we get a topic that's fun? I'm so down dog right now.
Are you doing yoga?
This is really good. It's like a boozy nutty bar, and I like it.
Okay, so dude, obviously, I have you to thank, Adam Green, for my original Nutty Buddy that I tried, and it was amazing. How does the BA stack up to the original?
To be honest, I don't vividly remember the original, but the BA is fantastic. Like it's really good. They both. I liked them both. I know that. I like this one very, very much.
Hey, Adam Ledford, you know what the best part of drinking the boozy stuff that's really high quality? You only vaguely remember how good it was.
That's true. I remember obsessing about getting it, and then I remember sipping it, and then I don't remember anything.
Like I remember you leaving it in Brett's fridge for like 4 months.
That may have happened.
I think you may have left 2 and then only gotten 1.
That definitely happened. And that's what reminded me they were in there. Brett was like, you need to come get your 1 Nutty Buddy.
In my defense, you did give me the blessing to drink one of them.
Absolutely. Well, so the reason why I ask is because I'm torn for my next beer. Like, here's the thing. I know this.
Oh,
You know
I
this.
think the new predation batch is fucking fire though. I would go with predation personally. Also, listen to the banner.
I don't know. I got to say for tomorrow, right? No, actually, we should talk about that. Adam, I think you had a question for the audience, did you not?
Why would you do that to me?
Oh no, Brad had a question for the audience. I'm sorry.
I have a question. Like, how you guys doing? Everything good? Everybody fine?
I meant Brett. Damn it.
Well, I was going to ask the question of, as we were talking about 2020 and saying goodbye to it, question for the audience. Did you in quarantine times, on balance, drink less, about the same amount, or more?
Well, work on the banner. This just happened. Let's see what he put. Hold on. You guys go on without me. We're fine.
Well, Brett, how about you, my friend?
It's hard to say because I feel like I have a much clearer sense of how much volume I've drank when it's basically drinking at my house with stuff that has been in my beer fridge and I can see the beer fridge fill up and empty. But also early in quarantine, I had a few, pool times where I just said, fuck it, we're opening good shit when it's 120 degrees out, and I'm going to drink, barrel stouts in the pool, and don't remember some of the rest of that time after I had 2 or 3 when it was 120 degrees and 90-degree water.
I'd say that deserves a privilege check banner, but honestly, that's like 75% of Arizona. There's pools everywhere, so that's just Arizona check.
I have to make that too. Come on, guys.
Make it. Hey, we have some comments. If somebody can put up Justin Richards' first comment. Yes, indeed. Someone has beer for you.
Brad, hold on. I got you, buddy.
There we go. Brett Berry has beer for you, Justin. Yes, he does.
Not if I drink it first, Justin.
Mark says he drank more to that question. Tombstone Brewing Company, I don't understand. Tombstone is sentient now, and it's an alcoholic. But Tombstone Brewing Company more, definitely more.
Unmask yourself, Weedy.
Justin Richard again, way more. And then, of course, Justin added that he likes beer, which that tracks. Casual pint, Central Phoenix, Phoenix, and all like that.
He was just quoting, Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh.
Hey, let's go out with a bang, guys. Let's get political and sad and social distance drinking club.
I'm accurately quoting him.
That's fair.
Yeah. So
he said that.
Who else scheduled a Devil's Triangle for 2020?
And our friend Ken Beaver, more for sure. I don't know if I've drank more in 2020. Like what I've drank is different because normally I get the big boozy stouts, right? I still buy them, especially the bombers and stuff, and I would share them with you guys. We go watch a game or just get it for a bottle share or something. So they've been sitting in the fridge, and a lot of the IPAs that I would normally not buy a 4-pack of because I would just go to a run house and have a pour and be good with that. I have to buy the 4-pack up. So I've been drinking a lot more IPAs, but I don't know if I've been drinking more overall compared to I'm not going to the bars and drinking like I normally would. You're not going to breweries and drinking like I normally would. So I think if I looked at my bank account, it might tell a different story. But I honestly think I've drank more, just the drinking has been different in 2020.
I definitely have been drinking more. No, I think 2020 should give rise in the craft beer community. It should be the death of one more phrase. Like, obviously, you guys know that I hate the phrase, "Oh, that's really nice, but I wouldn't want to drink a pint of it." You basic.
No.
You didn't come up with it. It's not yours. Anyway, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. That phrase is dumb. Don't say it. You're basic. The other phrase that needs to die is, I'm not gonna drink this 22-ounce beer all by myself. Yes, you are. When else are you gonna do it? Why'd you buy it? We're in the middle of COVID. Buy it, drink it, get drunk, enjoy yourself. Stop saying you're not gonna do it. That's what I say. Also, don't open anything good without me, Adam and Brett.
Oh, there was a lot to unpack there.
Wait, Ledford, can you get back on your soapbox for me really quick?
Say again?
I need you to get back on your soapbox for me really quick.
Okay, so like I said, my fellow Americans, now is the time to come to the ADR country and buy and drink more large format beers. It's good margins for your brewery, and it's marginally okay for your liver if you don't do it every day.
By the way, I still think somebody's going to make the brilliant decision to do six packs of 4-ounce tiny cans of stouts and charge way more for it, and people will pay for it.
Tombstone, where are you at? Marsha, I know you're watching right now. Can we get 4-ounce cans?
Marsha she's here. Marsha admitted to being Tombstone Brewing Company. She drank a lot more. But that's a good decision, though. Drinking more Tombstone beer. That's a good call.
I think, I think I only have some of the old, like the original barrel releases.
This fucking guy.
What it means, I don't have any more. I don't have any more IPAs in my fridge, and I'm out of T-Stone Light, guys. That's a sin.
Is this you asking Marsha to get you some? Because
can we exploit the Marsha Ken Beaver Tucson connection? Can we do that?
You know what the best part is? You are now, Adam Ledford, almost perfectly equidistant between the two Tombstone locations.
But that means I'm no closer to either of them. You guys won. I gain nothing. I gain nothing.
apparently, Mr. Ledford.
Just give me a moment. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm back.
By the way, Adam Ledford, that was Marsha's way of asking you to go help canning.
I did it. We did it. We did a very fine job, you guys, and we were MAP compliant.
How much, like, thinking about that too, by the way, like, when did we start SDDC? Obviously, we're missing Yusuf right now. He is lost in Mexico, we assume. We think he's alive, so that's cool. But we started this in like April? And like, we've done some really cool stuff, including going down to Tucson, doing a collaboration beer and canning it with them. And it was a delicious beer. Like, that's pretty fucking awesome.
That was one of the coolest things that we did.
I drank more that day than I would normally do. For sure.
Yeah, your 2020 numbers went up just because of canning day, I believe.
My favorite part of that trip was when my truck became the shuttle vehicle for all of the boxes, and Adam and I drove down and then hung out for too long to have any open restaurants in COVID time. So we got Circle K Tombstone dinner that night before canning day.
And I locked us out of our hotel room, and we could not microwave our Circle K dinner until later than we anticipated.
Didn't you guys get caught in a traffic jam on the way back too? Like, wasn't it just like a complete comedy of errors for you guys getting to and from?
I don't remember that.
You know, it was slow getting back. Plus, we also maybe were loaded with more than our share of beer. Moral of the story, my truck got not great mileage for that trip.
And the door handle suffered a terrible fate too, I remember.
Quit being so strong, bro.
I'm good. Sorry.
All right. Moment of truth, audience. Barrel-aged Nutty Buddy or Predation. I don't want to open either of them because then they're not here anymore.
A cuvee.
Shut up.
Oh, no, I can't. I can't. Well, we'll have to see what people say. I've got a got at least 1 minute of not having a beer in my hand.
Hold on.
Worth of patience.
They're not. No, wait, we got a comment. Justin Richard says predation.
So be it. 2 for Ren.
That's a good beer.
The new Predation is real. Like, I loved old Predations, and this is real good. There's more marshmallow than I think they've ever had, which I appreciate.
I was just about to ask what tasting notes were available on the website that you totally didn't read that you could tell us about.
You know what? Send that back. You don't get to drink it now.
But that's Ledford, you were going through a couple of really good beer choices there. Especially because I know you're not in Phoenix to have the easier access to those. That leads to another interesting question that we're all so very privileged to be able to ask and ponder is drinks to celebrate the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. Now, I know, generally speaking, I'm not home on New Year's. I'm popular. People like my company. No, you're not usually home on New Year's. It's I know. It's let me have that, Brett, please.
What are you and Bubby doing on New Year's Eve this year, Adam?
Last year, I had a drink at home. Then we went out, for dinner, and then went to a place to celebrate what was going to be the worst year ever. And, but we're going to be home, a lot of us. I mean, I imagine a lot of people are going to be staying home for New Year's this time around, for tomorrow night. And we have some pretty amazing stuff either in our beer fridges, in our liquor cabinets. We are alcohol rich, many of us. We really are. And it could be a tough decision. We should drink something really awesome to end this clusterfuck of a year. Just it's gone, but what is it going to be? I was thinking about this question before because I think it was Brett who asked this before? Maybe we should do something like this, or is every question that's been posed Brett's? I don't know. I don't get Hulu, but I don't know what I'm going to open. I don't.
I do. And you guys should know it has nothing. Brett says alcohol rich and land poor. No, Julie and I have been talking about for a long time. She's always loved champagne. I haven't liked it so much. We've had the very good fortune of being able to try some interesting stuff that isn't just at the grocery store and a lot of zero dosage. And I found out that I really like a lot more dry champagne, a lot more old world style. And so this year we said, screw it. 2020 is done. Let's ring out one of the worst years in a long time. I'm going to the mag fridge, guys.
He's doing it.
We're doing the bougiest of the bougie, baby.
Oh boy.
The 2010 vintage. It's approximately 46% Pinot Noir and 54% Chardonnay. It was an odd growing season. They really, really pushed the Pinot crop far forward from where they normally would, risking contamination and infection. They almost lost the entire vintage, friends. But instead, they came up with this. I imagine most of it is marketing, and I'm a dumb motherfucker for paying what I paid for this bottle.
By the way, how much is
how much? Oh, that's the view we came for, actually.
Yeah. Hold on. Did you say how much?
I mean, Darius, is that cool to ask? I mean, we've all spent a decent amount on beer before that we probably regret, but also don't regret.
Adam, that wasn't beer.
But I'm saying, how much,
A bottle of Dom will run you about 160 to 170, depending on where you get it. Also,
how much are people just going to fucking smash the 2020 vintage bottles of Dom Perignon? They're just going to be nope, fuck this shit.
For that reason, I almost hope that this was just not a year for. I mean, it was exceptionally dry here. If our growing conditions were anything similar to what France experienced, then they just might not release a vintage like that. That's one of the cool. That's one of the cool things about Dom Perignon is that if they don't have the right growing conditions, they'll release other wines and champagnes, but they will not do a Dom Perignon vintage. So
Dude, what I'm hearing is basically 2020 vintage is going to be like the 13th floor on a high rise. The elevator is just going to skip it.
yeah. No, they'll probably make it the most ridiculous. It'll be like all the stupid Millennium Magnums of like Budweiser and all the dumb shit that they did back then. Speaking of which, they should bring back the Budweiser Magnum because that was kind of fun for New Year's.
But we do have a few more comments here. Sam Frazier agrees with your choice to go with Predation first because he says Nutty Buddy will affect it.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Marcia said she'd like to.
Yeah. You mocked my tasting notes, motherfucker. How good is that?
It tastes more marshmallow than before. Marcia liked her 7-year vertical of Fashionable Walker Parabola, but may not survive to see 2021. What a way to go, though.
No.
You'll be very well preserved if you die after a 7-year vertical with all that alcohol in your system.
Yeah, because you're only in small format for the last 3 years, right? So you have at least 4 bombers to add on top of that.
And then Sam Frazier was excited for Mag Fridge.
Dude, it's an institution at this point.
He actually called that out before you went to it. To be fair, I was paying attention.
He knew what was coming.
But yeah, so no matter what everyone chooses tomorrow night to drink, like it'll be good, I'm sure. Like we all have something good to drink that'll help us celebrate the end of this year and the beginning of the next one. We're not ending the show, guys. We're just like, because like we all have good drinks. It's exciting. Like that's nice.
I mean, I'm probably gonna open one of my King Snakes or a Rose Mofford, smaller format, high end.
You're not gonna open a horse beer?
I'm not gonna probably stay awake until midnight, dummy.
Oh, that's right. You have cats who do not give a shit that it's gonna be a new year and a hungover you. So
you have experienced the Wally Wren morning wake up call.
Yeah, man, I will see your roosters and I will raise you Brett's kitten terrors. They're the loudest 2 cats I have ever heard in my entire life, and they are up with or before the sun. It is ridiculous.
It's even better when your door is open and Wren literally comes and punches you in the face.
Can't relate to that.
No. Yeah. Adam's never had an animal that did anything to his face. There's just
No, not to a cat doing that.
Fair.
To be fair, no matter what time of day, Dex looks at Adam like this.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I not screen cap that? That was the shot of 2020.
But the good news is, Adam, like whether you're watching this live and recording it now to take a screen clip, you can find us later.
Yeah.
Like on other channels. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, as they say.
Ring that bell. YouTube, because you need to know every Sunday and Wednesday we're doing a show.
Well,
Except
when we do one of our favorite, critically acclaimed segments, the beer name game, which we're bringing back to help end 2020. I don't know how we're going to start it. Who's going to go first for whom? But that's all I got.
I need a moment. I'm going to text Brett my title for Brett to be able to put up while Adam reads mine. But that's going to take a second. So don't wait on me, guys.
Okay, here we go.
All right. Well, I will give
the complete opposite of what I said. Predation.
So, how's everyone doing?
I have a banner for you to make for. I want Ledford to read mine.
Oh God.
I think mine's just funny for you.
I made the banner. That's my contribution. You guys, it's up to you now for a while.
You son of a bitch.
Hey, it's a good banner.
Man, you crushed it. You crushed it.
That's
All right.
Sorry, I just got your text.
Okay. I should have proofed this. Adam, give it a second. Don't look at the private chat. Let me paste it in and make sure that it is going to be 100% okay. And feel free to.
I saw the name of it. I'm sorry. I was staring at the banners because I've been making banners and it was input. That's really funny.
All right. Are you going to be ready to read, Mr. Green?
Hang on. It's going to be a two-parter here.
Of course it is.
You know me. I don't write short form.
Oh, this guy.
I'm just going to drink this Nutty Buddy because it's really damn good. You chose wisely with predation, but you're going to enjoy this too.
Here you go. Or I got one for Ledford too.
All right.
Are you ready?
Well, hang on. Adam Green, I have stuff pasted into the private chat. It's a two-parter, so be sure to read this week first. And Brett, you're on banner duty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. My computer is being frozen right now for certain things, so that's not helpful. There we go. I fixed it. This week.
Sorry. Wait. Sorry. I didn't. So every once in a while, it's not just a beer name. It's just we just need to workshop some ideas, and I'm doing some marketing consulting on the side for kind of an antiques roadshow picker kind of crew. So I just wanted to have Adam kind of mock up a little presentation so we could kind of pitch this idea to the rest of the world here. So let's take it away, Adam. Thank you.
Appreciate that. No, I got this. We're good. This week, I'm pleased to bring you another gorgeous antique. This is a stately 78-year-old item designed to purge all the nasty, undesirable crap that's been building up for about 4 years. Introducing the Joe Bidet. This vintage may look like fragile white porcelain, but it cuts through the crap like a champ. It may appear to get lost on its purpose at times, but when it's all said and done, I'm glad to have Joe Bidet fighting against all those assholes out there. Joe Bidet, taking care of other people's shit, starting in 2021. Guaranteed for at least 4 years, or we'll replace it with a much newer Kamala hairbrush.
Oh boy. Leave it to us to have a bidet joke on the one show where Yusuf isn't here.
To be fair, Yusuf directly inspired this because he's always saying, wear a mask, wash your hands, and use a bidet because you're dirty. So shout out to you, Yusuf. You were the inspiration for that one. Okay. Oh, I saw some pop up in the chat. Is it me?
Yeah, you ready, Ledford?
I'm ready. Somebody ready on banner?
Hold on, I'll work on it. I just saw the thing.
I've already got it there.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm ready. Bask in the drink of 2020. The King Tiger. The perfect drink to Netflix and thrill with, and a drink that will certainly have your friends convinced that the drink definitely killed their husband, or at least tried to. Take 2 ounces of moonshine, add in 2 ounces of the new Tiger Blood liqueur, and add 1.5 ounces of Mountain Dew, and you have a drink that will have you singing, I see Tiger. I don't remember the King Tiger, nipple rings sold separately.
I was thinking back on 2020 and I had to get a Tiger King thing in there.
Oh God, Tiger King.
You don't remember the melody to I Saw a Tiger?
Oh, now I do. Dang.
Does that mean the next one's for Brett? I got one that he can read.
Yes.
All right, Brett, don't look at any of the chats or the banners or anything. I'm going to start typing things in.
Just do nothing, Brett. Just look steady on the screen.
Close your eyes.
No, do less. Do less. Absolutely nothing. By the way, I'm just going to point out that our friend Justin has a very good question that I think add in post beer name game, but I can't go into the private chat to send that to you right now, so I'm going to point that out now.
Oh yeah, So without it coming up on screen, we'll say Justin did ask, what was your favorite beer you had in 2020? So be thinking about that, friends, while we continue down this masturbatory journey we call the beer name game.
Brett, everything is ready for you. You can look in the private chat, and you are ready to go.
All right. Want a beverage that will be unforgettable? Well, this one ain't it. Please Let Me Forget is a stout that sat in 17 different barrels with the styles ranging from bourbon and tequila to wine and Donkey Kong. Coming in at a whopping 20.20%. By the time you're done with it, you are unlikely to remember much of the night. Isn't that the point? Sometimes we have moments, days, weeks, months, even years that we'd like to forget. So go ahead and enjoy a pint before waking up tomorrow blissfully unaware of what happened in the past.
Nice. I like the Donkey Kong barrel. That was
I thought that was
very, very solid one. Yes.
Yeah. Another timely reference. You know how we do here on the SDDC.
So speaking of things that are going to happen, somebody, especially in a state like Arizona with no upper limit on ABV, has got to do a 20.20% beer. Like, they got to.
How hard is that, though, to can you really aim for a target ABV, or is it kind of like you do it all and then whatever comes out, you're like, oh, neat.
That should definitely be a sour stout that was totally intended to go that way.
Adam, to your question, and any brewer watching, refute me, that's fine. Calculating the number before the decimal, pretty manageable. Calculating the number after the decimal, complete and pure bullshit. You could literally put whatever you wanted. It's never going to come up. It's never going to be tested. It's just like somebody did like a 10.31% ABV Halloween beer, and everybody's like, "No, that's total bullshit."
10.37.
Yeah. Could be 1337, the elitist beer of all time. But anyway, maybe somebody come at me. Change my mind. Anything after the point nothing is total bullshit, and it could be 0.1 or it could be 0.6, and it's really hard to manage at scale.
Hey guys, real quick. I was curious to see what I was going to use my Untapped as a reference point for what I had as my highest rated beers that I tried in 2020 to see if I could filter that.
Oh, pull up that banner now, Adam Green.
And they have Untapped, much like Spotify, has your year summary. I checked into 792 different beers in 2020.
So Brett drank more, is what we're saying. Brett drank.
Yes. Call back to earlier conversation. I am surprised I remember most of 2020 despite my best efforts.
Yes. Do we have any more?
Yeah, I got one for you, Mr. Ledford, if you want.
I'm ready.
All right, don't look at anything, okay?
I'm not looking at nothing.
All right, let's see where I can break this up to make it easier.
And if you guys want to type stuff in the chat to Justin's question, what was your favorite beer that you had in 2020? And I'll say, not saying a specific beer, but oftentimes the beer I've had is so greatly influenced by the people I was with that to me is equally as an important factor as the quality of the beer. And as far as rare or hype, I could not give a shit. Good beer is good beer.
Fair enough. Ledford, are you ready to read this beer name?
Oh, no, I'm not.
20 related. I think you can handle it. I believe in you.
Okay.
Private chat now.
This hazy, juicy triple IPA takes the most tropical Citra hops, Strata hops, bursting with passion fruit and Comet hops, so citrusy you'll never think about Comet hops the same way again. And it blends them all into a beer so refreshing yet intense. So smooth yet strong that you'll forget that the label art, as well as this beer's name, description, and pretty much everything about it might be vaguely familiar. I'm masking you nicely. That's beautiful. I was trying to read the script and not read the banner.
You son of a bitch! You stole the can.
Marcia, can we do that again? Can we remask?
I mean, we're not supposed to. They're supposed to you're supposed to throw them out after one or wash them. I think remasking is bad, but for remasking
can we say I washed my mask?
Although, really, we're still masking you nicely.
It should be. I'm no longer masking you. I'm telling you.
Your Bob wants to notice. Doesn't that double negative mean you're looking at something? Let me say, don't look at that.
I think you got a point there, Beer Bob. Hey, cheers to Justin. Cheers to Beer Bob. Cheers to Marcia. Cheers to Ken Beaver. Cheers to all the folks who watch us regularly and comment. Like you will never know how much we appreciate how much you add to the live show. Hey, we appreciate you when you watch after the fact. We love the fact that you guys are fans, even if you can't make the live show. But man, those comments really go a long way in it, and it feels like we're drinking with friends. And that was the whole reason we started this show, is because we'd lost the ability to just be able to, anytime we wanted to, drink with friends. So thank you guys so much. That's the best part about 2020 is you guys contributing to this and letting us. Otherwise, it would just be a sad Zoom call in our living rooms. I mean, it really would not be as much fun at all without the fan comments.
Yeah,
I love you guys. I love you guys. I just need you to know I love you guys.
See the booze has kicked in.
You guys are the best.
It's a lovely sentiment, regardless of where it comes from.
It may be a little bit the predation. It may be that we opened up a really nice autumn sage Counoise with dinner tonight. Who knows?
But we got more beer names here. I got one more, but I've already made you each read something.
I guess it's Brett's turn, right?
But Brett read my last one. He read the first one.
I read your last one. Oh yeah, I mean you can save it for Yusuf.
Yeah, we could save it for Yusuf, I guess. That's fine. Here's Yusuf.
Oh hey! Oh my God! You know what? I almost this would have been the predation driving the ship. I forgot that Yusuf sent one over specifically for Adam Green. I just have to get this into a workable format here. So, oh man, I'm going to be dancing between screens. So give me a second here.
I don't like this, actually.
No,
I
don't.
I can save the time. Just repeat after me, Adam. You're tacky and I hate you.
Yeah.
Do I have time to re-beer while you're working on this?
Oh, you definitely do. You definitely do.
I'm going to duck out and re-beer.
All right. Phil.
That's not what I meant to click.
Great production skills.
Man.
Hey, so I know you were making fun of me. But how much more marshmallow is in that new predation?
Oh, I just had to do it because Adam was calling you out for melon in Wally, which you were dead on, by the way. No, predation. God, it is always great, and there is seriously a shit ton of marshmallow in this one. It's so good.
Yeah.
Talking to my glass again, I'm like, oh, there's more truth to that last banner than I want to admit. Okay, let me see. Brett, you got my text as far as the banner.
Yep.
For sure.
I've got the banner ready.
Nice. I kind of want to know, so as some of you might think, if you run a beer shop, especially a really excellent beer shop, you're probably going to not only have access to just amazing beers that come through on allocation or on one-offs or through Beer Connect or any of those fun things, but you're also probably going to have the the people who appreciate good beer drop off amazing beers at your doorstep every once in a while. I am dying to know what Justin's best beer of 2020 is. I mean, he tossed out the comment. I just gotta know now. I gotta know. What would yours be, Brett? While we're thinking about it,
I was thinking about that. I was actually scrolling. I've been scrolling through my old Untapped for the year, and I realized going through 792 check-ins might take a while. I did have a little bit of the barrel-aged Astro cookie a few weeks ago. Maybe that's just recency bias, but I don't even know if you call that a beer. But that was ridiculous. I really enjoyed Frank and Wally. On Halloween, Adam Green was nice enough to share a microphone Very Berry Yum Yum, which I thought was freaking fantastic as a fruited sour. I mean, I have not lacked for quality drinks.
That's true. Adam Green.
Hi. Hey, real quick, Adam Ledford, Justin coming in, man after our own hearts. Top 5 with I'm Asking You Nicely, our collab beer with Tombstone, which is certainly up there as well. It legitimately was great.
It was so good. And I mean, I think especially after the third or the fourth one, I think you really could tap into the flavor profiles that they were going for.
It really opens up when you're on the fifth one.
If you treat the whole subject like boat drinks, then it really comes to light.
I'm impressed you guys were able to keep count. It's like, oh no, we dropped this can. It's dented now. We have to drink it.
It was an amazing day. I got to tell you, I got to talk to Julie and see if I can convince her to take a day trip to Tombstone and do some canning on Saturday. I need more Keystone Light in my life. Oh, yes, with D-Rob. Remember Banana County?
I don't remember Banana County. That was a problem beer. But Bananas with D-Rob was good.
Oh, was that the name of the? Was that what it was called? I can't remember. It looked like Bourbon County. Let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It did.
You clearly don't know.
To like the question of the best beers of 2020, like this was a year for me to get in on more exploring beers, like some of the microphone stuff or some stuff from 8th State Brewing, which is just ridiculous. You know, like we haven't as many bottle shares, which we get a lot of really fun stuff, but it's been the year to find a way to get a hold of new stuff. Because like, well, I'm not spending it here. Maybe I can get this, you know, making friends with people across the country or talking to friends who are across the country to help find new beers that sound amazing. And like, if you know Microphone, they make some really good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, so it's to find that. And I have a hard time ranking my top beers of 2020 because like 2020 is kind of a blur. But there's been a lot. I haven't been lacking for quality beer and enjoyable new beers this year. Like it's been, like I was saying earlier, I feel like it's been a good beer year. Obviously, the industry has its issues with what's going on, but there's still been some amazing beers that I've been fortunate enough to be able to enjoy. And yeah, so I have no complaints about that.
Yeah, man, it's impossible to come up with a single beer, but the whole day, like being down in Tombstone with you guys, you know, we were being good. We had our stations, we had our masks on, but it was so good to see everybody and be in the same room, even if we were way distance apart, and like just all the chaos and all the frenetic energy that goes into a canning day. Masking You Nicely has to be one of my best years, even if I control for the bias that was an SDDC collaboration beer. That's one of the most fun days that I had, beer related and friend related, of the entire year. So of course that's going to be on the list. But I'll also say that same day, the Island Tones, that Three Chiefs Modern Times collaboration, that beer, that beer was something. That was something pretty amazing.
We had some really good beers that day, but that day, like, it felt normal in that, not that we're used to canning beers. I know I'm not used to doing canning day, but that we were in the same place drinking really good beers, having some laughs, and doing it safely, but just having that good time, which has not always been. We were at Casual Pint for their anniversary, a few months back, a couple months back. Like, that was nice. That was an enjoyable afternoon safely. Brett and I did this show live from there. And it was great. Like Ghost Proton, if we have to say like a top beer of 2020.
I was gonna say, by sheer alcohol volume content that I consumed in a single day, Ghost Proton wins.
I still have that crowler of Ghost Proton. I haven't opened it yet. I don't know if I need to drink half a bottle of champagne and a crowler of Ghost Proton tomorrow, but maybe I do. Maybe I do.
I have my bottles. Did I have 2 bottles? I bought a second bottle that day. Yeah. I think I have 2 bottles of Ghost Proton. That's great.
That beer is so good. That beer is so good.
By the way, Marcia saw me sneak my rebeer, and she was correct. It is the raspberry Berliner Weiss Gemstone, and it is delightful.
Well, for Marcia, I have a beer nerd. That beer nerd, I still have it. I'm saving that for when we can go down to Tombstone or when you're up in the Phoenix area, because I know you've been seeking that beer out to have again. And really quick though, Justin, you still have a Ghost Proton Crowler?
Dude, Justin, the struggle is real, man. Like, now I will say, I call people out on doming a 22 by themselves. I think a 32, especially of a Bottle Logic beer, is a different story. I don't tackle that on my own.
Adam Ledford, we already established the kind of drunk you are. Now we're just negotiating volume.
That is sadly fair.
We don't know what the WTO is like. It's because you haven't drank it yet. And he's like, why haven't you drank it? Or he's like, you still have it? That's amazing. Like, that could go either way.
Oh, no. Or it could be that he's
there we go.
calling me out.
There we go. Yeah, no, that answers the question. There's no gray area anymore.
You know what? I forgot. Brett doesn't have beers for you, Justin. My bad. I don't know what I was thinking. Hey, Adam, you ready to play the beer name game? Courtesy of our friend who is potentially shipwrecked with a volleyball somewhere in parts unknown.
Has he made fire yet?
He may have. He may have.
Let's be realistic. If Yusuf was Tom Hanks in Castaway, he'd be dead in 3 days.
But then he would ride like the good Semite that he is.
By the way, we're seeing like a tragedy play out in real time in our comments from Justin. He called you out. Then
just looked at the Oh, cool. No, good. Justin, all is forgiven. Yes, Brett has beer for you.
Should we get Justin on the show? We're running on an hour here. I think I have to read a beer name. How are we doing?
Okay, you got to read a beer name. Let's do that first and foremost. All right, it is ready to go in the private chat. This is unchecked and unscreened, so we're all going to enjoy this together as if you had posted it.
That son of a bitch. All right. Find yourself searching for a tantalizing taste of green? Need something that will make your taste buds dance as your tongue sings along to the song your parents made love to 34 years ago? Saucy and salty. It's the finest replacement for that boring gas station Michelada you've been buying on Saturdays when you went out to walk the dog. A crisp, refreshing Pilsner mixed with a new chilada made with green tomatoes, cilantro, celery juice, and a hint of dead sea salt. From the makers of Turkish Coffee Brown Porter, it's Salsa Verde.
You know, my favorite part of all of that is the 34 years, I think, was him trying to age you and when your parents conceived you, and he is off by several years.
Thank you, Yusuf. But also, I don't understand why that one was for me. Why was that? I'm kidding. Like, yeah, no, I get it. I
I
guess.
especially like the Dead Sea Salt reference. That was
solid.
That was solid. I think that's one of the better Yusuf beer name games.
To you, Yusuf, we'll miss you.
Yeah, we missed you, brother.
No, I said we will. We will miss him.
We will miss him. Yes. Yes.
Also, is Salsa Verde my new nickname?
Ooh.
Give yourself your own nickname, Nitro.
Son of a 2020.
Hey, you know what? Sam calls me Sage, and it fills my bucket every time, even though I told him that was always the trail name that I wanted, but never was granted.
Oh.
So, hey, you know what? In 2020, I'm real grateful for Sam Fraser. That dude's been still a relatively new friend in life. I mean, I met him before then, but I feel like this is a year that we really were able to connect because of the weird intricacies of COVID, and just he happened to be down, and we were able to have some like really cool kind of distance conversations. So thankful for Sam in particular.
Apparently, Sam does say I get to call myself Salsa Verde only if I dance the salsa at my wedding.
Oh please, oh please, oh please, please.
I don't like the nickname that much.
Hey,
Sage.
Adam, you could, if you tried hard enough, you could dance salsa style to the Bad Touch.
I mean, I gotta learn these things. Like I gotta learn how to dance.
Oh, beer bomb's got. Oh, somebody.
Beer Bob. I think it's talking to you, Adam. Actually,
Oh,
I think that's this Adam.
No, I think he's talking to you. They get pretty
Queso Blanco than Salsa Verde. Justin's taking out. We'll see it soon. Brett, I think that's a threat.
Hey, Beer Bob. Adam Green isn't even queso blanco. He's the kid that orders a slice of pizza at a Mexican restaurant.
I'm quesadilla.
He's the Crystal Pepsi of Mexican food.
And Marcia, her favorite beer for 20, Death Star Revolution. Oh, Death Star from Revolution Brewing, I assume.
That sounds pretty good.
Familiar with it. Thanks for sharing, Marcia.
Is it really called Death Star as she typed it out, or is that autocorrect really just fucking with her?
No, there's no way. That's probably a copyright thing. Like you can't put like the name of, as we learned from our friends at Barbarian, you can't put the name of the cereal in your beer. As we learned from other breweries who shall go unnamed, who have also faced C&D lawsuits. Ryan Sandlin was one of the smart guys who said Astro Cookie.
By the way, think about that. Barbarian, we got to chat with them. Some really good stuff.
Oh, heck yeah.
Brewing, they're pumping out really good stuff. There's
Magnanimous came through. They were awesome. That was super cool.
Like we've had a lot of really great guests on the show this year. This is the first 8 months of the Social Distance Drinking Club. Like we've had some fun with the beer name game and different things, but like just being able to talk with our viewers and have a drink with all you guys, like Adam was saying earlier, by way of predation. And then some of the amazing guests we've had on to just learn about what they're doing and just get a little more insight. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're ready for COVID-21, man.
This is this man.
No more. No.
Oh, Marcia, why you got to put that up there? I went in to get that Mexican hot chocolate from Tombstone, and it had just gotten tapped, and it made me sad.
You mean it
tried it.
It kicked.
Yeah, tapped.
I'm sorry, kicked. Yes, sorry. Apologies.
It just got tapped, and then I had to drink it. It made me sad.
It was autocorrect, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, Tombstone opened up their North location, their Phoenix location by Brett because he lives near all the good an bars.
And we got to break that news. That was pretty awesome. That was an amazing show. Nice. Marcelin says she drank it all. We blame Marcia.
Oh, maybe okay. Now just remind me. One of the best was Comb the Desert that I had over this time. The Bottle Logic Gem the Radar peanut butter variant.
Thank you for reminding me. That was what I was going to say was another experience beer. You were so nice to crack that crowler early on in the pandemic, and we all took it seriously. And you should have seen us. I think there's a picture floating around here and there. We were 12 to 15 feet apart, wearing masks, sitting in chairs, boiling in the Phoenix sun, and just so grateful to be actually talking to somebody without the virtue of a screen in between us. That was an amazing beer, made better by the company and by the sense of relief that everybody was still out there, man. That you guys were real and you weren't just figments of my imagination on the internet.
Well, that was early because I remember that was my first ever driveway tasting. Shout out to Doc, a good friend of all of ours, for the driveway tasting. But that was how do we do this? I don't know. We want to make it far enough apart, do it safely, have a table in the middle of everything with sanitation wipes and here. I bought that beer from King's, and I'm I can't open up this crowler on my own. That'd be irresponsible. So I was glad to be able to share it with the people I could.
Can I just call out Adam Ledford for doing the raise the roof motion again, appealing to the young audience?
Hey, we're leaving everything in 2020, baby. We're leaving it all behind.
Let's do that. We've been going for a while. It's been a lot of fun. What are we leaving in 2020?
I like it.
What do we got here?
Oh, I have a special guest who might want to say something as related to our earlier conversation when I told Julie that I should try to convince her to go down to Tombstone this weekend.
It's there's no convincing. I always want to go to Tombstone. What are we waiting for?
This woman. Talk about gratitude. Marcia, we'll see you on Saturday.
Heck yeah.
Probably.
Marcia, you have free labor for canning. That's a lot of cans.
I will be excited.
That's a really quick. Sam Frazier, Happy New Year, boys. Keep it going. And Marcia, that's for you, Brett.
I know. I'm already responding.
This has gotten interesting, but congratulations to you both.
Really congratulating.
we don't even know anymore.
Who are we congratulating? Yay.
Oh, Beer Bob's comment. There we go. So that's why it's Death Star, Josh Death. I had no idea. That's pretty cool. That's pretty darn
good knowledge.
Also, they should definitely do a really high ABV BA stout that just is called Hence Death.
I like that too.
All right.
Okay.
Hi, Julie.
Gotta change the thing there. Okay, there we go. Hold on, and there we go. He's back to just him.
It's just me. That was some super high quality banner work. I don't know who's producing this show, but holy shit, that was amazing.
I had one mistake, but it's been mostly me.
And they're a humble producer too. I don't know.
You know what the funny thing is?
My mistake.
You know what the funny thing is? Me and Adam had one mistake too, and it was letting you run production.
We'll learn from this. I think that's the important thing. We'll all learn from this show, from this year. But yeah, what do we have to say for our last show of 2020 as we wrap this thing up? What do we got?
Oh, are we doing final thoughts?
Unless you want to keep going. I got nothing. I'm off tomorrow, so I could keep going.
I would have to plug in my laptop very soon. I'm on 6%.
So yes,
final thoughts. I am extremely grateful for the time that I get to spend with my friends who are no longer on screen, so I'm pointing at air. No, I am extremely grateful for my family and for my health. I have a deep reverence and appreciation for life, and I think a deeper appreciation for how fleeting it can be. I renew my faith in science and scientists, and the fact that there are truths that should not be able to be flouted by opinions, and I will continue to fight for those truths. Drink good beer, purge your fridge. They're not going to bury you with it. Get on it. Drink it. I think I'm about to open a ghost proton crawler. Is what?
Clearly, you haven't read my will. I'm getting buried with all of my beers.
Oh my god, dude! Do you remember Brett's exhumation? That's it. That's it for me. I am one predation too far in to be actually philosophical at this point.
Have you ever had a casket aged stout? I mean,
also, Brett's exhumation definitely needs to be a future beer for us. Marsha, that could be a good stout.
Smarsha? Did you say Smarsha?
Marsha.
Sure you did.
Let's check the tape later. Smarsha.
Well, Brett, I don't know if you have any final thoughts.
Fuck you, Adam.
That's profound.
But similar to Adam, I think 2020 has been challenging for everyone in different ways, and whether people expressed it or not, they definitely felt the pain and struggles. And I think it has helped us all learn a little bit more about ourselves and about what we value. For those of us that are stuck at home, it makes you appreciate patience a little bit more. But all in all, it makes you appreciate the future things that we're going to experience together. And hopefully that's sooner rather than later. And in the meantime, wear a fucking mask so Adam and I can get married, not to each other, but in our separate weddings.
Yeah, no, we're not marrying each other. I mean, that's cool. Like, that's fine if we were, but that's not what's happening. But Brett, 2021's already looking up for you.
I love Marsha.
But how do you feel about Smarsha?
She's pretty good.
Happening to Ledford. This might be a good time for me to go solo screen. What a year this has been for all of us. But like these guys have said, like there's plenty to feel. How do you put this? It hasn't been the best year. We all wish it would have gone differently. It's not to say good things haven't happened or we haven't learned a lot about ourselves and about each other and our friends. And even doing this show has been a lot of fun. It's not something we would have done had it not been for 2020. So as Ledford mentioned with the help of Predation earlier, it's been awesome getting to interact with all you guys, all the viewers, all the brewers, all the bartenders, everyone that we've had the experience of chatting with on this show. We really appreciate it. It's been one of the better things to come from this. And we look forward on the Social Distance Drinking Club doing a lot more in 2021. We're not going anywhere. So, everyone stay safe this weekend. Have fun, but stay safe because obviously it's New Year's. We want to enjoy it and we can enjoy it, but we want to make sure we get to the other side of this too because the light isn't, the tunnel is there. We see it. We're so close and let's get there together. So I'm going to remove myself from full screen. We lost Ledford.
He's off drinking a Michelada with Yusuf in Mexico now.
I don't know. Do we wait for him to wrap this up or do we just do it?
I think we probably just need to call it, man. We're hour 18 in.
But time flies when you're having fun. So everyone, thanks for watching. Have a great New Year's. Is this what I say? Remember to bear down? I don't think that. Oh, different thing. Different podcast.
Oh, look at that subtle plug, Adam.
Not even a good plug. Let's see what else. But everybody, thanks again. We'll catch you on our next episode. But yeah, it's been a Social Distance Drinking Club. Goodbye and good riddance to 2020.
My resolution is to drink more.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, goodness.
We're back.
We're back.
We were just ending. We had the banner up and everything.
Cheers, everybody. Happy 2020.
All right. Glad we came back for that. Good job.
I wouldn't say it was happy 2020.
Crappy 2020, everybody.